Hello dear students, welcome to Dr. Ismail Medici classes. In today's lecture, let us try to learn about pharmacology of folic acid. Folic acid is very important in pregnancy because in pregnancy the requirement and utilization of folic acid is very high, and in pregnancy if folic acid deficiency occurs, it may cause neuronal tube defects in small children. So requirement of folic acid is very important in pregnancy especially, and in some cases folic acid deficiency also may cause pernicious anemia along with the deficiency of vitamin B12. Let's discuss about the chemistry of folic acid. Folic acid is a B9 vitamin and it is also called folate. So chemically folic acid is terryl glutamic acid, and this terryl glutamic acid is a component which is having three molecules, which is pyridine plus para-aminobenzoic acid and glutamate. So these are three molecules consisting, it forms a folic acid. If we physically see the folic acid, it is usually obtained in yellow crystal form, the chemical compound of folic acid, and it is insoluble in water. But when we manufacture or formulate the folic acid tablets in sodium salt, its sodium salt will be soluble in water, and usually folic acid is available in oral form as well as in the IV formulations. If you see the sources of folic acid is mostly available in all fruits and vegetables, but richly it is available in green leafy vegetables, especially spinach, and the liver is a very good source of folic acid. And folic acid is also available in yeast, sometimes in kidneys, and it is also available in fresh, mostly fruits. So these are some good sources of folic acid. And remember one point, folic acid on cooking may be degraded most of the time, and mostly by cooking fruits and vegetables may degrade folic acid. A general requirement of folic acid in normal adults is 50 to 100 micrograms per day, but in pregnancy and lactation the requirement of folic acid is higher, and roughly 500 to 800 micrograms of folic acid is required per day. And the deficiency of folic acid in pregnancy is a very dangerous deficiency disorder may be possible, and in children neuronal tube defects is commonly seen with folic acid deficiency in pregnancy. When we discuss about pharmacokinetics of folic acid, all animals including human beings can't synthesize folic acid in their body, so they depend on external sources for folic acid. But some plants, mostly plants, and there are some organisms like fungi and bacteria, they biosynthesize folic acid by some methods in their body, in their cytoplasm. And the plants and microorganisms synthesize folic acid through pyrophosphates and para-aminobenzoic acid through some certain mechanisms. But we human beings don't biosynthesize folic acid in our body, but we can convert one form of folic acid to other form in our body. So mostly in the diet the folic acid is available in complex forms like polyglutamates, and these polyglutamates which are available as dietary sources, when they are taken by the human beings, they are not absorbed from the GI tract. So these polyglutamates are again broken down into monoglutamates in the small intestines, and these monoglutamates will be absorbed from the mucosa, and in the mucosa these monoglutamates are again converted into tetrahydrofolate, and tetrahydrofolate is again converted into methylation. Methylation is reaction is occurred, and this methylated tetrahydrofolate is absorbed and it is entered into the bloodstream, and in the bloodstream this methylated tetrahydrofolate is transported to most of the tissues, and all tissues, every body utilizes stores this folic acid. And this methylated tetrahydrofolic acid is mainly stored in liver. So liver is the main storage organ for folic acid, and this storage will be stored up to 3 to 4 months. And when folic acid residues are already stored in the human beings, we usually don't suffer from folate deficiency. And up to 3 to 4 months, if we develop any folate deficiencies, usually after 4 months we get this deficiency disorder, because its storage is usually existed for 4 months. So this is about folic acid pharmacokinetics. And another very important point, folic acid which is stored in the liver will be slowly released from the bile, and in the bile it will be excreted through the small intestine, and in the small intestine again this folic acid which is released through bile will again reabsorb back and it undergoes enterohepatic circulation. And especially in patients who are alcoholic, so alcohol sometimes may reduce enterohepatic circulation of folic acid, and that may lead to folate deficiency in severe chronic alcoholic patients. So this is very important point about pharmacokinetics of folic acid in the body. Functions of folic acid are very important in our body, especially they are useful in cell divisions and formation of new cells in the body. So folic acid is important in manufacture of some amino acids. They are useful in formation of purines and pyrimidines in the nucleus, and they are also helpful in formation of choline and DNA. And further, all these reactions and all these functions are very much important in cell division as well as in the formation of new cells in the body. If we see the specific functions of folic acid in the body, folic acid is very important in conversion of homocysteine to methionine. Folic acid is also important in conversion of deoxyuridylate to thymidylate. It also helps in conversion of serine to glycine, and it is also useful in metabolism of histidine. There are certain causes for folic acid deficiency. Among the causes of folic acid deficiency, the first cause is reduced dietary intake. So this is the most common cause of folic acid deficiency. So most people are economically backward, and the food items or the diet what they take doesn't contain enough folic acid in their diet. So this is one cause for folic acid deficiency. And there are other causes like gastric related disorders, GI related disorders, malabsorption, and some gastric related diseases like peptic ulcers, Crohn's disease, and gastric malabsorption diseases is another very important cause for folic acid deficiency. And the third important cause for folic acid deficiency is storage diseases. Like as I was telling you, folic acid is mainly stored in liver, and liver disorders, especially patients who are having cirrhosis, patients who are having alcoholic liver disease, and patients with chronic alcoholism also is one major cause for folate deficiency. There are some drugs which will reduce the utilization of folic acid from the body. For example, phenytoin, which is very commonly used in epilepsy. So phenytoin and phenobarbital are the drugs which will reduce the utilization of folic acid in the body. And there are some drugs, antifolate drugs, usually drug induced folic acid is seen. In that we have methotrexate. Methotrexate is very important drug that causes folate deficiency, and we have trimethoprim, which is a sulfonamide antimicrobial agent that even also may cause folic acid deficiency. And the final cause of folate deficiency is pregnancy. So in pregnancy, as the utilization increases, so demand increases, so patient if they take the normal amount of folic acid, they may get folic acid deficiency. So pregnancy and lactation is another cause for folic acid deficiency. So now we will see the uses of folic acid. Usually folic acid is mainly used in pregnancy and lactation because folic acid content requirement is high in pregnancy and lactation. And folic acid sometimes is used in megaloblastic anemia, especially in megaloblastic anemia. And folic acid is also used in methotrexate toxicity. So these are the common uses. And prophylactically, folic acid is also used in pregnancy, and those who are suffering from anemia, reduced hemoglobin levels, and people who are suffering from carcinomas, and in malignant patients who are taking chemotherapy also requires folic acid. So these are some uses of folic acid. Now let us see the adverse effects of folic acid. Usually folic acid is not a toxic form. Usually folic acid is required for our body. In higher doses also folic acid will not have any toxicities because it will be stored in the liver. But in some cases, sometime if folic acid is given through IV route, so it may cause hypersensitive reactions. Other than that, folic acid has no adverse reactions. At the last, if we see the formulations of folic acid is available in 5 mg tablets. So, and it is also available in combinations with iron folic acid tablets, and most of the time folic acid is available in combinations with other vitamins like multivitamin tablets. In multivitamin tablets also folic acid is the main ingredient. And sometimes folic acid is available in IV IM form, in injection form. Usually the vials which contains 50 mg per 10 ml vials, so 1 ml injection contains 5 mg of injection. Even it is available in parenteral form. So these are some formulations of folic acid. So let me summarize folic acid. Folic acid is not synthesized by human beings, so they are dependent on other dietary sources, and when dietary sources are taken, they will be metabolized in the stomach and absorbed in the GI tract. So mostly folic acid is very important in pregnancy and in lactation, and sometimes folic acid is used in megaloblastic anemia along with B12 and along with iron supplements. And if you see the formulations of folic acid, it is available in 5 mg tablets. So these are important points about folic acid. And last, one thing you should not forget, especially in pregnancy, if any patient has folic acid deficiency, their children will develop neuronal tube defects. So this is very important point and the expected question in competitive exams. So folic acid deficiency causes neuronal tube defects in small children if it is having folic acid deficiency in pregnancy. And that's it for today, and that's it about folic acid. And if you learned something from our video, please don't forget to like, share and comment and subscribe our channel. Thank you for watching. Thanks again.